gloves, we're slapping in hands. Popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick. Who's chasing the beer? The circle the lips, play ball. Play ball. Roll up the bases and smack it right over the wall.
Play ball.
Play ball.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Laughter Saves Lives Live.
Take off the
Right
cap.
here in Strong Island Studios, Paradise Studios, Strong Island TV, and Facebook Live here in Massapequa, New York, home of the Massapequans. We are happy to be here tonight. We do not have an official guest tonight. This is what we called months ago. We wanted to do a show like this. We didn't plan this for tonight because Paul Bond really wasn't supposed to be a guest. He was going to be a co-host. So Paul got a good gig. He got a good gig, a high-paying gig. Paul's got to take it. So we're going to do a buffet show, we call it tonight. A little buffet, a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Buffet without Pat? What kind of show
Yeah,
is
where
this?
is I
Where
told
is
Pat.
Pat?
Well, then there'll be enough for everybody.
He wasn't supposed to be on camera. I told Pat to come down, but I guess
Pat, where are you? We're worried about you.
Yeah, we're worried about Pat, but he's probably staying home relaxing. So here we are. I'm very excited that I finally registered today for the Steven Siller Tunnel to Tower. I'm going to be on the Tom Gardner team. My buddy who was lost on 9/11, I used to do the radio show with him. And I registered for the team, my sister and I. I think we're going to have Mr. Santa, who is new with the Fitbit.
Yep.
You liking the Fitbit?
Yep. You loan me your Fitbit.
It was loaned.
Right. I'm gonna give it
All right,
back.
well,
I'm
okay,
gonna-
I just wanna
I'm
make
gonna
that-
get one like you have, the waterproof.
The expensive one?
Yeah,
The expensive-
my wife's gonna get it for my birthday.
All right, good. That's
Which is
nice.
com-
That's a
which is
nice.
coming up.
I like the Fitbit. You know I'm addicted to the Fitbit. I mean,
So this has been great. Thank
You-
you. This
good,
is,
good.
I really like this. I didn't understand the technology before.
yeah, and it's good. It keeps you moving. You know, you're not a Fitbit guy, I know, but you're
No.
always moving. You like to move.
I like to move.
So I'm excited about that
Gotta
moving.
keep
I wanted to
I don't want
start.
people to keep track of exactly what I'm doing somewhere, because then they'll know that a large part of my day is not moving.
You know, it does keep track of your sleep.
Oh, I don't need anyone to know
And your
that
bathroom
either.
breaks too.
No, it doesn't.
It knew I have the app.
Really?
I sync it with the phone. It said how many times I
You
got up
pee?
to
So wait a
pee.
minute, sleep?
What is it? Is it handled like? Does it tell you a hand position? Like, how does it tell when you're peeing? Is there a
Well,
hand?
no.
Because you have to adjust that hand position. Like for me, it would be like like
It
this.
would be right.
Yeah, but-
you realize that you're lifting a large object.
Right.
That's it,
So
the toilet seat.
Right.
sleeping and trips to the bathroom? You just described my retirement
Right. I was gonna say, isn't that a nursing
in a
home?
nutshell.
That's 50%.
Isn't that the assisted living?
Or my condo, either one.
We should get a Fitbit, somebody that knows how the thing works, as a guest if we can.
What do you mean? The different things you can do with it.
Right. Not the salesperson from the store I went to who knew nothing. He was reading it off the box.
Right.
Don't
I
you
could
love
do
that?
that.
Don't you love that?
What the hell? You don't
Well,
even
maybe he
have
was
any
new.
ones for me
Maybe
to
he's
try.
new. Can we give him a break? Maybe he was new.
No, he was there a long time.
Yeah.
Now, how many calories would how many steps?
Why'd you look at him like that? What was
Well,
that?
because this is a pertinent question. What is New
No,
York
you
Mets
seem to
All-Star
look
question.
down and say like the Fitbit's
No, he
not
has
working.
no. He has an all-star Mets shirt.
Oh,
I was
oh.
wondering, if the Mets had a Fitbit on, would
Right.
they wouldn't be racking up the numbers,
No,
right?
what would happen is they'd run 90 feet and then they'd pull a hamstring. And then no more steps.
My
No
poor
more
Mets.
steps.
My poor Mets. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Frank's going to talk a little bit about the All-Star game, the history of the All-Star game.
Is it on? We don't even know if it got rain delayed.
It didn't get rain delayed.
didn't?
I was watching the news. They said it wasn't going to get rain delayed.
Okay.
But
Where are they playing?
We'll talk more about it in a second. But
Washington D.C.
remember the day when the All-Star game was exciting because you didn't have TV. You didn't see these plays. You looked forward to watching.
Well, I don't know how old you are, really,
I'm
John.
59.
But in all my life, there was never a time when I didn't have TV.
No, I'm sorry. You're right, Frank. You're right, Frank. I always like when you point out all my
Oh,
mistakes.
you show off.
Without hesitation.
Yeah, big shot with the TV,
That's
huh?
right.
With the
It was actually just my parents would hand puppets, but
pliers,
nonetheless.
the
yes.
vice grips.
Yes.
I wanted to start the show a little bit here.
About all week.
No, I was going to actually, I'll let
Skip
you
that
get to
again?
your week. I was actually going to talk about you guys. I was going to surprise you I did a little research into the history and what goes on.
He dug up our past.
I called
History
some.
of what goes on where?
I called some of your relatives, and no, I used to do the show with Tommy. My wife found his mask card, and she put it on my desk today. She goes, "I found this." I was going through some old pictures, and I just, wanted to let you guys know how much I really look forward to doing this show. And I get nervous sometimes that you guys maybe are going to get bored. You're not going to want to do it because it's fun. And there's something I like about each one of you, and things I look up to about each one of you. If you know, so I wanted to start off with that.
Well, for guys, for four guys who I'm going to say honestly probably know nothing about chemistry, we got some chemistry.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And can I just say
little
honestly,
synergy?
John, about coming here every week.
Yes.
Not to be corny, guys, or
no.
anything, but I have nothing else to do. So frankly, I appreciate just getting
gets him
together.
out of the house.
It gets me out.
It's like Richard Gere in an office with a gentleman.
That's-
I got no one else.
I got-
Hey, you know what? We should have started off with,
That
think
was
about.
very nice, by the way.
Well, I didn't get to what I want to say about you. I'm going to say it in a second. But
Might go down.
It could go
I
rapidly.
just want. Yeah, don't say anything. I just wanted to say that Butch's family. We're thinking about Butch's family tonight.
yes,
A
our-
49-year-old brother passed away. Supposedly of. Well, I'm not going to get the medical details, but he had asthma, and he had he didn't have medical insurance, and he was struggling with it, and it looks like he may have had a heart attack due to the asthma. He wouldn't go to the hospital. He didn't want to spend the money. It's sad. It's
You can
sad.
get a heart attack from. I have asthma. That's why.
Well, we think that's
You could
that's
get
the
a heart-
preliminary. I'm
Oh,
not going to get
God.
into that. But I want to.
having an asthma attack. I mean, no doctors here, but is a very stressful thing.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
When you can't breathe. So,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
I drove to Jersey on Sunday to attend the funeral. It's a Jewish event, and I'm not really used to the whole Jewish events because I'm not Jewish and I haven't been to a lot of these. So I said to my wife, I don't know what to wear.
Right.
So I said the Butch should I wear black. So I went to Macy's. They had their Black Sunday sale, like a special sale. I bought more clothes than I bought for myself forever. I wore these nice black pants I bought, nice new shoes, beautiful purple striped shirt, freaking in the cemetery, lightning, pouring, raining, no cover, and the only idiot without an umbrella. All right, with my
you
new
look-
outfit on. Nobody
Well-
could care what I was
And
wearing.
so you're wearing black and purple, so you look like the Riddler.
Riddler.
It was just a typical John LaRocchia deal. I'm with my new
Why
clothes.
wouldn't you bring an umbrella?
Because there's always one in the car. There's always umbrellas in my cars.
Except for this.
So that's
Yeah.
the only time.
Aren't you Sicilian?
No, I'm Barese.
Oh, we always have black umbrellas, the Italians.
Yeah.
You what?
But it was 100,
Yeah, he made that up.
about 150 people,
Said it nice though.
150 people, and they went back to Butch's parents' house to the Shiva. I kept saying to my wife, and then they're gonna have the brisk. And she goes, no, it's not the brisk, it's the Shiva. So I'm learning about my. Anyway, we're thinking about the families and Butch and all that. So getting to Frank, very proud of you. Frank had some a heart attack.
I did.
A heart attack. And eating good.
I didn't know that. That's what made you.
Frank, attaboy.
You're my only friend that had a heart attack. Good job. No, working out,
Way to
trying
go.
to eat better. I love the different workouts you do. And retired police officer. How can you not respect that?
Thank you.
And doing his real estate and doing well in that, and just a good father and a good man. So I'm really happy to do the show with you. I don't mean to get corny. I'm going to run out of compliments by the time I get to it.
It's all right. I don't expect
John,
any.
one of the smartest guys I know. I mean, this guy knows stuff about stuff that I don't even know about starting this stuff. You know what I'm saying? No.
now that we're
I
clear
think
on that,
He tones it down.
I'm glad we cleared that up.
He'll mention a topic that I know nothing.
Yeah.
I don't even know what he's talking about the topic, and then he'll get into that.
All right,
topic.
so then you don't know about it. He's
I don't.
talking about it. You have no idea. What
I have
he's
no
saying
idea,
is,
but he
is-
sounds so freaking
know,
smart.
I think he tones it down to make us feel a little better
I
sometimes.
think he does.
And
I think he
even
does.
though he was thrown out and had to get his way back in, he's
Right.
still.
He's-
Well, let me tell you, like you just said, you're worried that we're going to get bored. And that, let me tell
Right.
you, anybody who's thinking about leaving the show, think David Caruso, NYPD.
That's right.
Right? Disaster.
That's right.
This show is the #1 show on this network in this time slot.
We need to
Stay
figure
with it.
out a way
I
also
agree,
to
brother.
get more viewers, and I'm working on that.
We'll work on that.
different avenues.
Yes.
Anthony
Good
Geary.
dad. I mean, you're a good dad.
Thank
Good
you.
dad.
Excellent dad.
You
Coaches
know,
Little
I'm
League.
always thinking of his kids, even though they don't like me and they're afraid of me for some reason. What do you
some
tell them
reason?
about me, though? How could?
My
Because you see
son-
kids being.
You know what it is? I think it's because you remind him of
Only,
Guy Smiley
only
from
when
Sex
you
and
wear
the
the
City.
purple shirt and the black
And the
shirt.
black pants. My son, I said, I go, we're going to go over, play tennis with Larocchi. He knows you from the softball game. That
Well,
we
you know,
played,
here's the
which we're
problem.
going to get the softball going again.
Here's the problem, though. I think.
When you
What?
first came to the house, were you in a van with darkened windows?
No, no.
And a clown on
No,
top?
but
my son is
here's the. I say a lot of good things about him, but. You know, he's a big baby. I hit him with a softball in the ankle. He complained for 3
Oh.
years. Told his kids I hit him in the ankle, hurt him. So that's probably why they don't like me, because you cried about that. I'm supposed to be saying nice things.
But did you see how bad my leg blew up?
Well, I'm a good hitter.
Well,
I'm
but
a
you didn't
slugger.
break it. You're going to have to
Are
hit
you a good
harder.
hitter or is
It
he
was
a
a
bad
clincher,
fielder?
though. It was a clincher.
It was
How hard could I hit
Listen,
it?
Oh,
you,
man, that
John,
hurt
I'm
like a
disappointed
mother.
in you. As smart as you are, I am disappointed that
Well, now I got shin guards when I play. I'll put it under my...
you're playing softball. You're not playing cricket.
Hey, let me
I know,
just
but I don't have disability insurance.
You're
I
not
got to
playing
be
cricket.
careful.
Oh, all right. Then that's
getting
it.
over to Steve Oliva,
Thank you, John.
fireman,
Yeah.
very well respected fireman from the guys in his house.
How do you know?
I know,
We
because
talk to
I
people.
I saw your friends and who you brought to shows or whatever.
all
And guys
right
don't
outside.
do that for anybody. Very well respected, good fireman,
The whole company's up.
really good fireman, and good uncle. He
Heck of an uncle.
He works with his sisters. He takes care. You know, he's
As long as
a
you're not
good
the
man.
creepy uncle.
He's a good
I'm
man.
not the
No.
creepy. I am the weird uncle, but not the
not the-
zany,
yeah.
the zany
And
uncle.
any time I've ever called him to write to help me with my comedy act, he showed up. He's given me nothing, but he showed up.
But you know what,
I heard
though?
there was
It's very
food.
nice what you said about all of us, but
Yes.
you are the real person that does all these things for people.
That's true.
You are the one that's going to have stained glass in the churches.
Well, let me
to
tell
say-
you something.
I mean, listen, John, I got to say thank you. You're the one that gave me my start in comedy.
Well, nobody else is
I
thanking
was
me for
going to
that.
say,
though.
You're the guy.
you know, I asked you to put me on a show, and you did. And
And Rick Morgan too. Rick Morgan's giving
no,
me a
no,
lot of stage
absolutely,
time.
Rick Morgan. But
Yeah.
you know, you put me on a show, and I remember the show. It was at the
one was it?
Colonial Springs. I believe it was the Johnny Mac show.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I just remember
Good people.
I just remember just coming off the stage and how happy you were for me that I had.
Oh,
a
what
good
about the
set.
Gotham show?
Well, that was a whole different show.
Oh,
But
I was excited.
that
night.
was a great show.
And it's amazing when I'm gonna get along to Pat G. I'm just trying to think.
Well, he's only been a month. You might want to
Yeah,
wait
we'll
another
give him a
month
little
before you
something. We'll give him a tickle.
compliment him.
We'll give him a little tickle. We'll give him. But I remember that show because I was like a father in a way. You know, you get excited for your kids. Like you know when you do something in your life and you get excited and you go,
Sure.
it's hard for me to get excited for somebody else like
Absolutely.
that. When you know, but when I saw him and Pat do the show and kill on at Gotham
Yeah.
stage, knowing that I was part of that I was able to bring them there.
Yeah.
You know, I was so excited for them because you could see the look in their face. I'm going to make an announcement right now. I'm going to make an announcement right now. Have you done the gala? Yes. Have you done the gala?
I
Yes.
have,
Have
yes.
you done the gala? Yes.
Yeah, I did the
Guess
gala.
who I'm giving a set at the gala this year? Is that a great show?
Great show.
Patty G's going to do a set on announcing it tonight.
Ready?
He's ready.
I
Patty
didn't-
G in
No
the gala.
way. He's not. No way.
Not ready? I
No,
forget.
you don't-
He says you're
no,
not ready.
kidding.
You're
No,
right.
Pat'll kill at the gala.
Wouldn't that be
He'll
nice?
kill.
Patty
He'll kill
G's
at the
been
gala.
so helpful.
Yes.
Well, I
Patty,
appreciate that,
It's going to be a
gentlemen.
big
That's
night.
a surprise.
We're
Folks-
taking JJ Boyd's name off the flyer and picture. We'll put yours on.
Put Putin's.
Can we say one thing
Pat,
to
you're
the folks?
gonna love it.
Putin's
The gala
picture with
is an
JJ's name
amazing
under there.
event.
Yeah,
Can we
I'm
talk to
looking
the
forward
listening
to it.
Amazing
audience?
event.
One comment about Patty G.
Yes.
This man is a gentleman.
Yes,
I
he
have
is.
to tell you, not only is he special to me because he used to go into my grandparents' luncheonette. That was a special place in my family. And Patty was one of the only people I know that actually went there.
You didn't swipe cheese Danishes.
No, but he's such a sweet guy.
Pretzel sticks, right?
He came over
Look,
one day.
a bird.
He gave me a little plaque, you know, fireman plaque. He bought me a book. You guys didn't buy me anything. He's buying me stuff, right?
Well, he's
So-
got to earn your friendship.
Both my
He's going to kill at the gala.
my daughter, he bought a night. So,
know.
Patty, it's a pleasure to work with you.
Pleasure.
All right, now let's get
Ditto.
off of that crap.
And
What about the week?
I saw this on TV somewhere.
What's
and
that?
Folks, the listening and watching audience,
Yes.
this all couldn't be possible without you.
That's right. Without
That's
the
right,
listening
the viewer.
audience, the viewing audience.
We just
can I
we
just-
just
and the
kissed our
listener.
own butts for the first 10 minutes of this show.
Yes.
Don't forget the people who are sitting home listening and watching. Thanks.
Yes, Pat.
Before you start, Can we just draw attention to our new logo? I think that's terrific. It's only the second time it's up there, I think,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, I love that.
Very nicely done.
And let's thank Famous Visions and Jonathan, who worked with Butch to design that logo.
That's
I
beautiful.
like it.
Butch likes doing stuff like
I
that.
like it.
Um,
Good job, boys.
I was in Jersey, and before the funeral, I did stop at my favorite place. Bobby, you can put up that picture. My fun place. People go to Disney. I go to Wawa's. I
Wawa's.
love
Okay.
the Wawa's.
The
What
7-Eleven
exactly-
in Jersey.
What
that just a
exactly is a
7-Eleven in
Wawa?
Jersey?
It's like
No.
a 7-Eleven.
No,
7-Eleven?
wait, hold on.
Okay.
Hold
It's like a
on,
Circle K
stop.
down in,
Have you been to
down
Wawa? No.
Is that Hawaii?
Have you been to Wawa?
I believe I have.
You been to Wawa? You been to Wawa?
Yes.
Wawa is not 7-Eleven.
What is it?
It's 7-Eleven on steroids. It has decent food, a lot of choices.
Wow.
It is a fun place.
Define
Wawa-
decent food.
Right.
Well,
Define
they're
that.
celebrating
Chicken palm?
100 Florida
Oh,
opening in
God.
November. Let me
He's
tell
got
you
a whole
something.
fact sheet on Wawa.
They opened 100 in Florida? Yeah, it must be top of the line.
I thought they had Circle
No
K
offense.
down there.
There was
offense,
one
John.
day that I ate in 3 gas stations. Wawa's, I ate at a barbecue place in another state. Wawa's mascot is Wally. He has more than 400 appearances in the state of Florida. Wally from Wawa.
Appearances?
Appearances.
What is he?
And
What
if
is he?
Wally makes pee-pee, it's wee-wee.
Wawa, this is just in Florida. They're in
Wally.
Jersey. Wawa serves more than 63 million customers in Florida annually, more than 3 times the population of Florida. Wawa is the place to go. We're going to have a show. We're going to do a show in Wawa.
We should
In Wawa?
broadcast
In Wawa.
live from the Wawa.
We should get a
By
gala.
Wawa.
Next year's gala, Wawa.
What
Gala
what kind
catered
of
by Wawa.
Did you want to say something interesting about your
what
week?
kind of
Yes,
character?
I had a crappy week.
All right,
what kind of
next.
character?
No,
Next.
but I'll do a full segment on this at some future point.
Oh.
But
What kind of character?
the public has to be made aware of these.
Yes.
This bullshit craft
Here he
thing
goes, Mr. Comedy.
that my wife brought me to.
Oh.
And up in Massachusetts.
The crap fairs, I call
crap
it.
fair. It's crap. All this shit that you throw out from your garage sale ended up here. It's like I
Yes.
literally walked. I had
Yes.
to Fitbit, right?
Yep.
Over 6.5 miles.
I'd be walking away from it.
Universal Records?
Yes.
crap. It's all like rusted tools and
Is your wife like this? Is your wife like this, like my wife?
Well, you know what happened?
She'll stay in the
Yes.
same place.
yes,
For like, and she'll.
yes.
I need
Yes,
this. I need this.
You know what my wife bought? It's funny that we didn't have these for the gala last year.
What is it?
She bought one of the trays, the metal trays for the food.
Thank God.
From prison or the military.
How much?
That,
How much?
that was only $6, thank God.
Right.
Yeah, if she
But
bought it
then-
from
but
prison,
But
my
here's the
dad.
point.
this
You didn't
bullshit-
need it.
There was a fake alligator
Right?
there. I posted the pictures on Facebook.
Who bought it?
$650.
Did you buy it?
These people would say, like an old crate. An old beat up
those
freaking
things
crate.
make-
70
They do them at the
65
train station. They have all the fairs down
On
there.
Sunday, they have the Belmore Flea Market.
Yeah.
It's all garbage.
It's all garbage.
No, they
I
got-
found
they
one
got good
cool
stuff
thing.
there.
Can I say one
There
thing?
was one guy who had like
Yes.
old baseball gloves from like the 20s, the 30s, the
Right,
40s.
right.
One
cool.
vendor out of 10,000. There were literally thousands
That's
of
cool.
vendors.
That's
one
cool.
guy. I had 5 minutes to look at my shit, and the rest of crap.
You knew what you
John.
were getting into, though. You should have been mentally prepared. You should have prepared yourself, brought your phone, brought things to do, because you know you were getting sucked right in.
Sucked it. And you know what's funny? When you talk to these people, oh, I got a real serious buyer for that rusted, tire iron there. And like
They're trying to
they're
sell
all
you?
like carnival people.
That's
You know
what
the
they are.
carnival-
They're
yeah.
carnies.
They're all
They're
garbage.
carnies.
You know what? A lot
I
of
hate
this,
to be like a New York elitist.
all these shows,
but
though.
we are New York.
No, we're not
all these
elitist.
shows on TV,
Right.
the
Yeah.
porn shows,
All that.
PAWN,
Yeah.
Right.
all those shows, the Pickers, American Pickers, etc. They all created. Those are experts.
Story
Right.
They
Wars.
can look at things and they can see value in it where you and I can't. By the way, that alligator, I only paid $5.50 for it. So
If I showed you,
You
the
know,
picture, I'll show you
believe
the
me.
picture after the
Right,
show.
believe-
You're like, what the $650 for this?
look, people think they can get it. They're going to put a price on it because they know that some guy's going to go. That alligator will look good in my
P.T. Barnum
in
said
my
it long
trailer.
ago.
What?
There's one born every minute. Don't
Yep.
you know?
It's like I've been looking. There's
All right.
Nobody's saying.
No, I just wanted to say that. Good.
It's all I cannot. And your wife likes this crap too. All this. My wife.
No.
hummingbird.
I don't let. Oh my God, I'm
What?
gonna get into trouble.
Don't
Oh
answer,
my
don't answer.
God!
Next
Don't answer,
question.
I will
don't
tell you
answer.
this,
Who
though.
the hell am I? I try not to let
I
you
was
get near that
I've,
stuff.
I've been banned
Try to
by my
divert.
wife from garage sales, estate sales, and yard
But
sales.
she goes. She'll go without you.
No, she doesn't
That's
go.
worse.
I was going because when my kids were young, I wanted to teach them about money. So we would
Right.
go to like a garage sale, buy some stuff, and then
Right.
resell it on eBay.
Very
And I was
nice.
trying to teach them
Oh, I like
about
that.
money and how they could make money.
All right.
Well, what ended up happening was we bought a whole lot of stuff that never got sold. So now it's in the basement, and I like old toys. I like superhero stuff and comic books and stuff. So I have
Yeah,
like
there was like one
5,000
guy-
comics.
Did I tell you what I did with my wife that time with the garage? I hate garage sales.
Yeah, we won't do a garage
Stay out there all
I
day.
hate them.
People are trying to talk
And
you
they're
down.
haggling you down on a 10
on a
cent
50
item.
cent item, right? It's
I
just take
just
it.
want to throw it all out,
Yeah.
you know? So what I did with my wife is, I got to. So she had some kind of, let's say, teapot. And she said, I get $5 for that teapot. So I would keep money in my pocket. She didn't know how much money I have. And when she went in the house, I'd throw it out in my neighbors. And then when she comes back out, I go, hey, I got $5 for that. She goes, I told you so.
First
I
of all,
told you.
Paula does not like junk. She married you, did she not?
Oh, the end of the rainbow. You're my pot of gold.
Can I finish with this one?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
I was selling. This was a garage. Now I've transitioned.
I was hoping you
to
were
garage
done.
sales.
Go ahead.
I was done with the antique thing, but I was selling like my wife wanted to go to an all-white Christmas tree lights.
Ah.
I had the rainbow light, right? So a woman said, I said, look, they're 10 cents each. So she said, oh, how do I know they work? I said, all right, here, I have an outdoor outlet. Come with me.
There you go.
I plug it in. She's like, oh, I can't really see with the sun. Lady, I just used 10 cents in electricity. You put a quarter in the slot
what that-
machine,
it
and
literally-
Atlantic City.
how
Buy the
much
whole
you
thing
wanna-
for a quarter.
I had a
How
woman.
much do you want to give me for it? Just
I had one of those.
here's
you know those,
$3. Get it out of here.
Right,
you
take
know
it.
those nice kitty slides, the Tykes, whatever it is,
Yeah.
nice
Yeah.
kitty slides, solid, good. So I don't know what I paid for it when I was, but I had it out for the yard sale, and I said, I'm not selling this thing for less than $20.
What was it again?
It was one of those
Tyke?
nice
Little
little
Tyke
slides. My
Oh,
kids
yeah,
had
that's
grown out of it.
$20.
I leave my son out there. I come back out. I go, where's the freaking slide? He
How
goes,
much?
Oh, the lady bought it. I said, how much you sell it for? He goes, $2. What the frick? $2?
But
That's
he's a
the
good
one
boy.
thing. He's a good boy.
But if you see a woman that pulls up, she has a Jaguar. She's got the tweed jacket with the patches on the elbow.
Oh, not that
That's
lady.
a dealer. You triple her the price or whatever you
I
thought.
went to one of
'Cause
those-
She's
you're
going to
right,
resell
though.
it in an antique store at Huntington.
I went
or
to one of those.
someplace.
I walked up. I go, look at that piece of crap. She goes, what are you talking about? I go, I'm in your house, lady. I ain't buying nothing from you.
Your house. Frank.
They
Your whole house, I'll give you $50.
Frank.
Yes.
That house is worth less than that old crappy fan you're trying to sell me over there, lady.
You had an audition this week.
I did.
I know Steve helped you with it.
Steve helped me.
I know the last time I helped you and you didn't get it. So
No,
you figured-
actually, ironically, the one you helped me with is the one that I got.
Oh, the heat is on.
So the heat is on. But Steve helped me. I have not heard back yet.
Good luck.
So I'm waiting to hear back on that, and we'll see what happens.
Drop that line in the water, buddy. You
The
gotta keep
buffet.
fishing.
Please call in if you don't want to call in. The number's up
Right.
there.
If you'd like to eat from the buffet, please call in.
516-945-9099.
You can ask any one of us anything you want.
And if you're
Questions, something we're
driving out
talking
there,
about?
If you're in Long Island
Yes.
and you see a
Or on Long
salt
Island.
and pepper, semi-stocky, quasi-aging Guido from the Bronx,
No, that'd be
who
bad.
kind of smells like marinara sauce, maybe has a spaghetti stain on his shirt, tell him he's got to get to the show. We're looking for him. Pat Marone.
He's watching.
Oh, where is he?
Oh, he
He's
got,
on.
is he angry?
He's
Did
just-
he get
he's
mad?
just- no,
or is he
he's
just?
he's outside. Watch it.
Oh, you think he's right out here?
Did he get mad?
That's
I
a
don't know
funny
if he,
thing.
ask
They-
if he got mad.
They could
So,
be watching from anywhere. Well, you just said, Pat, are you mad?
Pat, can you call in and tell us if you're mad?
watching.
Text us if you're mad.
I was just going to say something.
Cement shoes are hard to, to walk with a Fitbit in.
All right.
You got pig's feet, Pat?
You can't use a
Blood.
Fitbit with cement shoes.
What, blood drive?
Blood platelets.
Uh-oh.
Okay, blood platelets. Laughter Saves Lives. I wrote to the comic strip today. I'm going to meet with them. Laughter Saves Lives is going to sponsor a blood platelet drive. We wanted to do this last year, and I dropped the ball because I got nothing else going on. This is important to me. Captain Vinny Ungaro, Squad 288, who passed away last year from 9/11 related injuries. I met with Vinny at the hospital. I went to visit him a few weeks before Vinny passed away, and he looked at me, and this is how firemen are. He says, he looks at me and he goes, he's in the hospital, so sick. We have to do something about blood platelets. He goes, John, there's not enough people. Now, the little bit I know about platelets is they don't last too long. You can't take blood platelets out of your arm and give them to somebody next week. They only last, I don't remember, a few days,
They
I
don't
think it
store
is.
like blood does. Is that what
They
you're saying?
don't last, whatever it is, Steve,
Right.
So
they don't last.
how do you
So-
do it? How does it work?
So here's, well, because now, when a fireman and a cop are in Sloan Kettering Hospital, they need platelets, 150 people show up.
right.
On an average day, they get 20. Okay, so you see the difference?
Yeah.
So what Vinny was saying to me is, John, you need to do, well, he didn't say me, we need to do, so what I want to do is I want to put together, I did a video when I donated the platelets, put together a night, let's say Monday night at 8 o'clock or 6 o'clock, where we have two comics who are donating and kind of entertaining these people for an hour and a half while you donate the blood platelets. We get volunteers
Well, that's a
right
great
to the
idea.
comic
Great
strip,
idea.
free tickets for the show.
That's a great idea.
I think it'd be a fun night,
But-
real
but
feel-good
if
night.
they don't last this long, how do we get them to the people that need them like right then? That's
They get them from other
hospital
places.
takes
Yeah, they buy them from other
Oh.
hospitals or whatever.
Oh, so in other words, they don't go to waste.
No, they use
No,
them
no,
right
they
away.
use them
right away. but
right.
they
There's
have
always
to
a
use
need
them
for
They
them.
have to
There's
use
always
Right,
a
there's
need.
always a need somewhere in the country, but Sloan is usually getting, because there's so many people that go to Sloan,
I see.
getting from other places.
I see.
You know what I'm saying?
I thought you were saying that like when somebody needs it, you have to donate right when they need it. That's what I thought you were trying to say. I didn't realize that you could donate and then they. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right,
I thought it was like the
right.
person is in need right now, but you need a way to get the people there to donate right now. That's what.
Well, if it, like I said, if it's a cop or a fireman, especially on the line of duty, but if they get a turnout and they have too much probably, but they
Right.
never have too much, they can give it to
they
other
can give
people.
it to other people. Right.
But
I
on an
thought-
average day,
not as many. I
they're
got
not.
you.
So
Okay, I got you.
But I believe it's definitely a case of the supply does not
Yes.
meet the demand.
Right, right.
especially in New York.
Right.
Sure.
Especially in New York
Right.
and Sloan.
I thought it was more time critical than that. Like I thought you had
Right.
somebody needs it, you got to go like right then and donate it, and they do it. They use it right
and
then.
and what a
Not like blood that they
true
store.
Laughter Saves Lives event.
That would
To have
be
a
awesome.
comic sitting there, we could videotape it because we have a room. We could have some fun, videotape the thing.
Now, how do they do the platelets? How does that work? Same as blood?
No, well, you know what? It's different now. I donated platelets years ago. It was both arms. No
It's
more.
not hard.
No more.
I did it a year and a half ago.
One
2
arm
years.
and little
Sit
TV, little conversation.
Yeah.
An hour and a half.
So
An hour,
people
an hour
sit
and
in
a half.
different chairs.
Yeah, it's
And you-
longer
and
than
you-
in blood.
You would do
It's
your
long-
show
it's
during
not-
that
it's a
procedure?
painless-
Not my show, but we
painless
would
thing.
tape it. We would
Yeah,
tape it and cut it and make it, what do you call it, 7-minute video out of it to show people. I mean, I'll show you the video that I did. It's not that hard.
Right.
Giving platelets is not
That hard.
painful. It's not hard. If you can sit in a chair, you can give platelets.
So, in memory of Vinny Ongaro, I want to try to do it every few
Let's
months.
do it. I think that's a great idea.
Right. It's
This is innovative. This is like the gala at the Tank Museum. This is like you're pushing the boundaries of
Comedy
and giving.
but we're different.
That's why we're different.
We're based on saving lives.
Saving lives and comedy.
Right.
This is
Right.
another step in that direction.
Let's,
I love it.
Hey, Bobby, can we show the Life Back commercial, please? And then we'll be right back with
Talk about saving lives.
Patty G doing his segment on. Oh my God, we don't know.
We'll find out.
When someone is choking, brain damage can occur after just 4 minutes. Did you know every 5 days a child dies because of a choking accident?
My name is Art Lee. I invented LifeVac to protect my family. LifeVac is an easy-to-use suction device with a special one-way valve to help save a choking victim.
I care for my dad who's prone to choking. Having LifeVac in my home gives me peace of mind.
Protect your family. Buy LifeVac now.
Thank you, Daddy.
Call 1-877-LifeVac or visit lifevac.net.
Don't
Right, it's long.
Because they'll put you
Hey,
in
we're back.
database.
Laughter Saves Lives live. Sorry, we're back with
that's a
Patty
fast
G.
commercial.
We're doing a
Ooh.
buffet show tonight, and Patty G is going to do a segment on
Gastrophysics.
gastrophysics. And for the average Joe, what are you talking about there, Patty?
Well, some of these are from a book, John, we got to give reference, called Gastrophysics by Charles Spence. And he reported on not what we eat, but the science of of perception of what we're eating and why we choose it.
Right.
You'll understand. Okay. Now these were tests that were done. They were people talking to people's opinions,
Right.
research, and everything.
So give us some tidbits.
Now,
Give us some
and,
tidbits.
some tidbits. And because
Yes.
it's a buffet, we're going to talk about a buffet in about 5 minutes.
Okay.
Now,
How long is
for
this?
instance, how long do I have? Okay, I'm done?
Almost
Okay.
done.
Now, people reported that they perceive dessert as being sweeter and tastier when it's served on a white plate as opposed to a black plate.
Why is it ever served on a black plate?
Right.
Well, because
I would have used the term dark plate.
Hold on. You got the mic on, Steve. You got your
but
mic
that's
on.
just me.
Wait, Steve's got a comment on that one. He's trying to hold off. He doesn't know if he wants to make it. Is it Jim? What do you say? White plate, black plate.
You know, Pat, we are not touching that one at all, okay, buddy.
Black plates matter.
We are not touching.
I agree with you. Again, next.
All right,
Interesting.
I've
You
had
could
some
serve,
sweet
by the way,
black
you
dessert
could
in my
serve
life.
me tiramisu on a garbage can lid, and I'll still like it.
Okay, all
Right?
right.
And I don't care if it's a black garbage can lid, a white garbage can lid, or a green garbage can lid.
Okay.
I'm eating
Next
tiramisu.
tidbit.
All right, next. People also perceive that dessert is sweeter and tastier when it's in a round shape or a round plate as opposed to any other shape.
That I believe.
Okay?
Have you ever
Now-
eaten off of a triangle plate?
I've seen them. No, they do have those square ones though at the catering halls and stuff. I've seen that. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
square,
gonna-
I have
I-
square plates at home because we're
I'm
a
going
fancy
to.
house.
I'm going to.
You get all your stuff at the garage sales.
We get fancy stuff.
It's
I bought
everybody
that, yeah.
else's fancy stuff.
In fact, you know how many I still got
Excellent
plates.
callback.
I got Disney plates. I got square plates. I got white plate. I got.
Okay.
In my cabinet
You
is a
have
mess.
I have a
diverse
theory.
shape.
Well, you go to
He's got
yard
a
sales.
May I impart
smorgasbord
my
buffet
theory?
of plates.
I do.
I like to
Continue with
impart a
your-
theory.
Please continue with
I
your
got one of your plates, in fact.
Shall we
do?
continue? All right, Steve. You
I
got-
wanted to give you a theory on this round. As humans, we're made to look at people's heads, right? You're attracted to a woman, circular head, okay? Hold
To a
on.
I
blockhead,
like the
Hold
one
on.
with the
as
square
opposed to a
heads.
blockhead.
Hold on. Right. You rather have dessert on a round plate because that's the human eye. It's naturally more inclined to not look at angles.
trying to think of the girl from my typing class. What shape her head is.
Well, actually, I think I know what you're talking about.
Square
So
head.
scratch my theory. She was a hottie. She had a big square head.
Very interesting point, Steve.
Thank you, Steve.
We like women with round heads as opposed to the square heads.
And we only
just
like fives
dessert.
and aboves.
What about a huge head?
Do
Is
you,
it
All right,
you want another?
Another tidbit.
Please.
Yes.
Another tidbit.
We always
Another
interrupt
tidbit.
poor Pat.
Sorry,
Always
Pat.
continue with your
People-
report.
Part of the segment.
People also believe that the
part of
food
this.
served at a restaurant is higher quality and tastier when it's eaten with heavy, expensive knives, forks, and spoons.
I agree with
the
that.
Now, let me
heavier
tell
your
you something.
silverware, the perception is the food is more
There's
authentic.
something to be said for
I
that.
disagree
Yes.
with that. I had French
He
fries. Some
brings his
shake,
own plastic knife.
I had French fries, some Shake Shack yesterday. I ate them on my dashboard. They were delicious.
I ate them on my dashboard.
They were
no,
delicious.
no.
I look fat.
I agree with that.
Yes, I agree. I like to eat
Okay,
with a knife.
all right.
I sometimes I go to the pizzeria and sometimes they go, oh, the knives and forks, the plastic
Right.
ones.
What do you
I'll
like
ask.
Seinfeld? You eat your
It's
Milky Way
perception.
with a knife and fork?
No.
What kind of
It's
an animal
perception.
doesn't
It
need to
lends
put a-
it lends
Oh, that was
value.
great.
It
Yep.
lends value to what you're doing.
Yep.
It's perception. Absolutely, I agree.
Okay. Here's one that's very interesting. before we
Good,
get
as
to the
opposed
meat.
to the first few.
Right. Researchers found that people at buffets
Yes.
or anywhere else where people serve themselves
Golden Corral, my favorite.
put more food on their plate if the color of the food matches the color of their plate.
It's camouflage.
I don't know. I can't see my plate in a buffet, so I don't know what color it is. I thought that was funny, man. That was good, right? Would you just give me a little chuckle on that one? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay,
I'm doing
now,
that media
now
social.
we're going to talk about menus, okay? And this, because we're always looking at menus, because after the show is over, where do we go?
To the diner.
Massapequa
The Massapequa
Diner.
diner.
Okay.
I didn't
now-
realize this was a 20-minute segment.
No,
First
this
of
is
all,
the-
I dated a girl once who didn't care what color the plate was at a buffet. She just cared that I had the wheelbarrow ready to go.
I could have been done with this in 5 minutes if you would
No,
have let me talk, okay?
well, we
No,
got to
no.
stretch the show because
Okay.
we're light on
But
material.
No, we
All
don't
right, now-
stretch. We
I'm
got a lot
kidding.
of
We
material.
got a lot
When
of
it,
material.
now, let me finish with this.
Good.
When it comes to menus,
Yes.
color affects our perceptions of what we're looking at.
I agree.
Green suggests the food is fresh.
Yes.
Orange stimulates the appetite. Yellow catches our attention. Red encourages action and is used to persuade us to order more expensive dishes.
That's why the prices are in red on the special.
Green
Hold
can-
on. It gets
okay.
better. Now here's the
I agree.
Here's
hold
the
on.
kicker.
No
Our
study.
eyes look at a menu in what they call a golden triangle. Okay? Typically, your eyes will move to the middle of the menu first, the top
I
right
already know what
corner,
this is.
not a
Yeah.
golden shower, a golden triangle.
I deny that never happened. That never happened.
Never looked at that menu.
Never looked at
No,
that
no.
menu.
Our eyes will move to the middle of the menu first,
Choose
and
the
then go
menu.
to the right corner, and
Yep.
then to the left corner.
Corner.
We're going to
Okay.
have to watch tonight.
So
Now,
most-
my eyes moves to the middle because the places I eat
Okay.
at, that's where the roaches usually smash.
the most expensive dishes with the highest profit margins
Uh-huh.
are in those 3 areas.
Really?
Now, if a
interesting.
menu has too much text or writing,
Yeah.
their eyes naturally go to any open spaces.
Like a
Which
diner.
is why the most profitable items in the whole restaurant
box.
are often set in their own space away from any wordy descriptions.
The boxes.
That is marketing 101. That's
101,
psychology.
psychology 101.
Psychology
I did
goes
12
into
years
marketing.
on that.
Please don't tell me you have another page on there.
As
Sorry.
far as the green being
Very
fresh,
interesting.
As
Very
far as the
interesting.
green being fresh,
job.
that is excellent, Pat. And I agree, and that's
Bobby, you can put up that flyer.
I'm sorry, Steve.
again,
August 24th, Laughter Saves
done
Lives
that
is
before.
going to the Bronx.
The Bronx.
We're doing a fundraiser for this young man who has an illness. I did this last week. I should have looked it up. But we're doing a nice fundraiser in the Bronx, Throg's Neck. We got Pat on the show.
Throg's
We got.
Neck.
No, I said last week you were on the show.
No,
Yes.
he's not.
He did.
No, I said he was on the show. I said, hey, you're emceeing that show? And he went, oh, yeah. I apologize. Frank was the one I asked to do that. I try to balance it out when I got a spot or whatever.
Italian last names.
You gonna bring your gun? We'll
So
go on
Frank's
the
going to
Bronx.
be there. We have, what's her name?
Eileen Murphy. Caitlin Murphy.
Caitlin Murphy's going to do a set. I'm going to
John
I'm
Santo?
going to headline the show. I am going to follow John Santo. I am up for the challenge.
By the
Not
way,
an
John
easy thing to
Santo,
do.
I agree. You're up for the challenge.
Yes.
It will be a challenge.
It will be.
John Santo might appreciate where he is because guess what?
What?
He is only a hop, skip, and a jump
the golf course.
from Trump Links.
Trump Links. I saw it over the bridge
We
going.
should do a video.
We should do a video. Trump Links.
Yes.
Right over the Whitestone Bridge.
On the right.
Because I saw it go to that crappy antique fair this the other day.
Yeah, we'll do a video.
Horrible antiques, but beautiful golf course.
Laughter Saves Lives Gala, October 19th. Next flyer, Bobby. Very, very excited for this year's gala. We just added Patty G tonight to the show. We got a slamming lineup that night. We got JJ Boyd will open up the show. Jeff Norris, a wonderful guy.
Oh, I
always,
can't wait. That's
always
awesome.
so gracious about Laughter Saves
He's
Lives.
hilarious.
And then
The man's man.
recently, Aliva and Santa worked with Maureen Langen. They're going to love
Oh,
her
with the
that
hockey
night.
ball.
I hear
think
she's
she's gonna-
beyond terrific.
she's-
She
phenomenal.
is phenomenal.
terrific. I heard that.
This lineup is phenomenal.
Phenomenal lineup, plus Patty G. It's going to be an awesome, awesome night.
All right, that's
Pressure's
4
on,
things
Patty
already,
G.
guys.
We're doing it at the American Legion out in Babylon. Salt of the earth, guys.
Great venue.
We're really excited to be there. It's going to be a fun night. We want to donate some money to the mental health military charity. The majority of the money is for Laughter Saves Lives Foundation. We're trying to expand our veterans program in the hospitals. And I want to be able to leave a town. We find somebody who's a responder who had an injury due to who had a tragedy in their lives due to an injury or whatever, and they're kind of forgotten. It happened a few years ago. We've been making a few car payments, whatever. I want to be able to make 3 or 4 mortgage payments, like really make a difference in their life. So we're going to hopefully raise some money that night, get some sponsors. We still need sponsors for the event. It's going to be a fun night.
You know, John, I want to remind everyone that there's something on Amazon called Amazon Promise, where you can, when you make a purchase, a donation gets sent to the charity. And
Amazon Smile.
Amazon Smile.
Smile.
Promise.
Smile.
And I know Kathy and I do it. Laughter Saves
Yes.
Lives is our charity of choice. So,
A quarter
so
of
just
a
remind
percent.
people that they can make their donations.
It doesn't cost
Just by
you
making
anymore.
purchases.
Yeah, it doesn't cost you anymore.
Well, wait a minute. When you order something on Amazon, is there something there that says if you want to donate?
You sign up for
sign
Amazon
up for it.
Smile.
Oh, you got to
Then
sign.
every
I
time
just wanted
you
to tell the audience.
Yeah, every time you purchase, you go to Amazon Smile, and it's just like Amazon Prime, but only you're on the page, and 1/4% of what you purchase goes to Laughter Saves Lives. One of my favorite.
It doesn't sound like a lot, but if everybody would
adds
do
up.
it, it adds up.
Sure.
One of my favorite new comics who post funny stuff on
She's
Facebook.
crazy.
I love what Santo posts. I fell in love with her, Allegra Barnett. Yeah.
Yes.
She's just real. She is sweet. She doesn't force it. She just says what she's feeling. And I asked her if we could show 1 or 2 of her videos tonight. They're quick. They're only a few seconds. Bobby, can we show this first video of Allegra?
Is this the one in California?
Good morning. I am officially off coffee, so I'm punishing myself by drinking tea. but it's a specialty. It's the kind that has little motivational phrases on the tea bag. This one here, it says, in every moment of life, you should be what you ought to be. Isn't that cute? It's cute. Yeah. You know what doesn't have motivational phrases on it? Coffee. Coffee doesn't need a motivational phrase. You know why? Because coffee doesn't make you want to fucking kill yourself.
Allegra on Facebook, Twitter. She's really, really funny. If we have time, we'll show the other
And
one.
her stand-up act is hilarious.
You know, I haven't even seen the stand-up
I've never
act yet.
seen her act yet,
I just
but
was
she's
drawn.
very funny and she's
you know,
very
you see a
nice.
cute blonde girl with guys. You go, oh, she looks cute. Let me hear what she said. And I watch every one of her posts because they're quick.
She's brilliant, quick, funny, witty. Yeah.
Yeah, she did
and
one.
Her stand-up act is very witty.
Yeah. Well, good.
I was at a restaurant show with her, and she destroyed. I mean,
Yeah.
She really, was great.
I
yeah.
can't wait to put her on a show when she comes back to New York. You had a segment prepared. Well, you know what? How long is yours? Quick?
5 minutes.
All right, then we'll get to yours.
So
All-Star
tonight, as we
game.
know, it's the All-Star game, and the history of the All-Star game.
Yes.
First game was played on July 6th, 1933. And the reason why they came up with the game, it was actually the guy that came up with the idea for it was Arch Ward, who was a writer for the Chicago Tribune. And baseball attendance was down. Obviously, we were in the middle of the Depression. Coaches were getting fired. Players were being let go. And they said, listen,
too.
let's...
What year was this?
1933.
33.
So they came up with this colossal game of the century idea. And so they coincided with the 100th anniversary of Chicago and
They
the
played in
World's Fair.
Chicago?
And the World's Fair was at that time.
Oh wow!
Cool.
So they had the game there, and the profits were given to retired
Life to
baseball.
Saves Lives.
That would have been nice, but to retired baseball players who were in need.
Oh, that's nice.
Now there have been 88 games played, but if you subtract 2018 from 1935 or 1933, that's only 85 games.
Played twice a year for you.
Yes, they did. From 59 through 62, they played 2 games a year.
That I knew. One at the end of the year.
I don't know exactly
if it was
when
after
they
the
played.
playoffs or before the playoffs.
62, there were no Mets in that one, I guarantee it.
There had to be. I don't know when they started. No, wait. There was times where you didn't have to have a rep, I don't think, from every team.
The Mets record in 62 was, I think, 1 and 162.
No, they were 40 and 120.
Thanks for ruining that joke, Pat.
Right.
I appreciate
So,
that.
Sorry.
So
thank you, Captain Obvious.
I believe, if I am correct, the split between the games, the 88 games, is even 44 each team.
Oh, really?
I believe so. I may be off on that, but I am quite sure that it's.
I used to
44.
like watching the All-Star game when they didn't have all the games televised like now, because you could see Mickey Mantle. I mean, we saw Mickey Mantle. People around the country saw these different players. You know, it was. Now you know them all. You know.
I went in 2013 when it was at Citi Field.
That's right. Yeah.
It was amazing. I went to the Futures game with my kids on that Sunday. My cousin gave me his tickets.
Syndergaard was in that game, wasn't he?
Syndergaard and Wheeler. And Wheeler was in AAA. Syndergaard was in AA.
Yeah.
Was that a Matt Harvey year?
That was when Matt Harvey started.
Matt Harvey
he
started at
pitched.
Citi Field that year.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was an amazing. I was working at in MetLife, the MetLife building right at the start of the parade. So I was downstairs watching the All-Star Parade. They had a red carpet all the way down 42nd Street, and I could see it from my window. I'll have to post the old picture on Facebook.
Were they marching down 5th Avenue or 42nd?
No, they went down from Bryant Park down 42nd Street all the way to the river.
Hold on a second. I think we got a Skype caller.
Skype
caller. Skype caller. Come on in.
I was at the
Laughter Saves
parade when my
Lives.
cousin called me about it again.
Laughter Saves Lives. This will be interesting if we have a Skype caller. Let's
So
see.
you done with your All-Star game thing?
I
Who
am
would be
because
Skyping us?
you all added to it.
1 second for the Skype caller.
Should I
Skype
do my-
caller is gone.
So,
Should I do my
so tonight is the All-Star game, and that's about it. Oh, now we have a caller.
All right, let's see if we get this caller in, John. Then we'll do the. Has nothing to do with the show.
So,
Thank you.
apparently nobody's
Very good.
calling.
Nobody's calling. Any comments on there that you want to mention? On your no here. Anything on social media?
I'm
Anybody?
sorry. No, I've been watching nothing.
All right. So John prepared a buffet segment tonight.
And Bobby, can you just cue up that airplane picture when you get?
Answer the call. Now it's on the other one.
Oh.
No, you're-
Oh,
We have a caller.
we have a caller.
Every time I start a
Laughter
segment, a caller
Saves Lives. Lives is there.
You sure do have a caller.
Oh,
Oh,
hang up.
Muriel.
How are you?
Where you
Hello,
been?
Boys, hello, boys. Did I miss you guys?
Where have you been?
All week I prepared this segment. This
Well-
frickin' Muriel called.
Interestingly, I've been serving as Donald Trump's communications director.
You're doing a
And
terrible
the truth
job,
is, it was
Muriel.
my advice to have him put his little mealy lips on Vladimir Putin's ass this weekend. And needless to say, I'm out of a job. So here I am, back here.
Well, thank you for calling in our buffet show.
Oh, that's right, it's a buffet show. Oh, and I have to say, if it's a buffet show, my guess is that my buddy Santo knows all about buffets, right, Santo?
He's got a Fitbit.
Muriel, that's not very nice to
It's not
say.
the Dario. It's
You know what
the-
else? Just one more thing about my political future.
Yes.
All 16 intelligence agencies told me that John Santo was an amazing comic. I said fake news.
That's fake.
Oh, I'm just playing with you, John.
Oh,
I'm just
Muriel,
playing
you're
with
such
you. How
a
you
sweetheart.
doing? How you doing, John Santo?
I'm doing terrific. How are you?
I'm excellent. I got to tell you, I've been following your career all year, and I got to say, I'm not impressed.
Well, if you have any specific suggestions on how I can improve, I'd love to hear from them in a non-public environment.
You know what you should try one day?
Tell me.
Impressions.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Muriel, very, very kind of you to call in. John has a segment
Hold
on.
I don't want to. Before I go, I
Yes.
don't want John to think I dislike him. I should make fun of somebody else there. Who's the bald guy? The bald
Patty G.
Oh, Patty, I'm sorry. I was thinking Santa again. Hold on. But yeah, the other guy. Who's there with you, Frank? How you doing, Frank?
Frank?
I'm very well, thank you for asking. And
Obviously,
yourself?
Muriel's a loyal
that's good.
viewer.
I'm a big fan of yours too. Now, why do you not have the eye candy?
That's the one, Bobby.
Screen.
The eye candy is not on the screen. He's off camera right now.
Right.
Well, what are you trying to do? Lose ratings? This is ridiculous.
I'm
Maroon's
sorry,
the eye
Muriel.
candy?
Sorry. We'll send you a picture.
Hi, Muriel.
Steve Oliva.
Okay, you guys are wonderful. Have a nice day.
Thank you,
I gotta
Muriel.
go put on my house coat.
Bye, Muriel.
Bye, Muriel.
Thanks,
All right,
Muriel.
Go, you get your segment here. What is
All right,
it
here's the segment. So, Boeing announced at the Farnborough Air Show, which I actually went to in 2002.
on? What did you say, the what?
The Farnborough, England, is
Oh.
a big air show where
Okay.
all of the airlines, all of the countries come and they buy airplanes.
Okay.
For airlines, military, space. It's a big, huge show.
Was it like the
Huge.
Beacon Auto Auctions of
It's like a big
airplanes?
trade show. It's
They
yeah,
got models and everything like
huge.
that?
Different. Yeah, there's like mock-ups. I flew a couple of simulators when I was there. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Cool.
And so in 2001, when the Concorde, 2003, when the Concorde was retired, that was the first time in the 100-year history of aviation that we got slower.
You know, you
that-
said that.
Yeah, for that 100 years, every airplane that came out was always
faster.
higher, farther, faster.
But that's interesting because the progression of most technology, not necessarily airplanes,
Right?
cars,
Better. Right.
better, faster, quicker.
Right.
You know, computers.
So aviation,
Interesting.
the next plane that came out was either bigger, held more people, flew farther, faster, or higher.
Why
Right?
was the Concorde retired?
So the Concorde, there was a crash in 2001 in Paris when the aircraft was taking off and
Right.
it hit debris from a Continental DC-10.
Is that on video?
And yeah, unfortunately, it's on video. That was
Yeah.
so the Paris Air Show was going on at the time. I'm trying to think if I got my years right. It might have been 02. Well, I forget the year. It was either
Right,
2000 or 2001, right around there, when it crashed. And my colleagues, when I was at Aviation Week, they were at the other air show and they got the news of it and they had a report on it. It was just terrible. But there were only 13 Concorde aircraft, 7 with British Airways, 6 with Air France. It was a Mach 2 airplane, New York to London in 3.5 hours. Flew at 59,000 feet because anything above that is military. So if this one, and you could show the picture, Bobby, this is what Boeing
Yeah, but I
announced.
don't understand. Why did they stop? Because of that one crash?
That and the economics of it. The airplane was
too
also
expensive to fly, right?
Yeah.
They weren't making money.
Yeah, but the people that were on it were rich. I mean,
right. But the problem was the parts because it was designed. Its first flight was in '69, so you figure you're talking '50s era technology, early '60s. Because by the time it deployed in '69 to act and went in active
First
service in the
flight
'70s was '69.
But how come it seemed, if I recall, you say 69, which I know obviously,
Yep.
but how come it seemed to get much more headlines in like the 80s? I'm thinking
Because then it really,
Concorde.
literally took off. Not to use the pun.
They made a few
Because
of them then,
They were more in service. They were going to Barbados with it. They were going to all these different
But there
places.
was a major flight, I think.
And then the Concorde movie, Airport 79, made it famous too, with George Kennedy.
Wasn't there a lot
He was
of?
in all of those.
He was the only guy in every one of the airport
Right.
movies. Yes.
I remember.
Robert Reed was
Frank.
also one of the pilots, I think.
And the French guy, yeah, there was a French guy.
Yeah, Patty's got a comment over here.
Wasn't there a lot of controversy and a lot of? They didn't want the plane; it was too noisy.
Too
I remember
noisy.
in
Too
Queens
noisy,
at,
right.
at Kennedy Airport,
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
you couldn't talk.
I got to see one take off when I took airport planning in 1989. We were in a bus on the taxiway at JFK, and we saw one take off, and we had ear protection. It was very loud.
For
Went
the
over to
sonic
Jamaica
boom?
Bay. But
Yeah.
this new airplane, so the Concorde flew
Okay.
New York
Wow,
to
look at this
London at Mach. You can put the picture back up,
Mach?
Bobby. Flew Mach 2, which
What is that? How
twice the
fast
speed
that?
of sound.
Oh,
So that's about 1,500 miles an hour.
Okay.
This airplane, which Boeing hopes will enter service in the next 10 or 20 years, it's a long ways away because there's a lot of
This
technology.
is it?
This is it. This is an artist's conception of what they're proposing. It would have so Concorde only fit 100 people.
Right.
This airplane they want to fit more people. So this will be the first hypersonic airliner. Hypersonic is Mach 5. That's 3,800 miles an hour.
Wow.
That's over the Atlantic in 2 hours, over the Pacific in 3.
Is that like rocket engines?
So Jim DeLucas, right, who
Right.
went to Australia, it took him. He just posted 25-hour trip. He had to go to Asia and then down L.A. You know, it's a long journey for DeLucas.
He could do a
We could
weekend.
get DeLucas back faster with this because it would be Mach 3.
So he could actually do a show in Australia and then do a show
and get back
And
in
still
time
have
and still have
in the
time.
diner.
and have plenty of
and
time.
still
for
have
the
All right,
time.
John,
for
the
the
engines
time
are like
for the-
rocket engines on this thing?
So
then?
it's going to be, I think. So I didn't do enough research on the engines. I'll have to get back to you with the engines.
All
I
right.
think they're scramjets, but don't take that to court. I got to find out more about it.
What's the
But
projected cost?
So So here's where it gets a
What,
little
per
sticky.
ticket?
No.
No.
Oh.
Well, that's what I want to
Is
finish
this going to
with.
be the way that Laughter Saves Lives travels the country now to do our show?
Yes, because we could get to California. Imagine how
It
fast
looks
we get to
very
LA.
aerodynamic, not to be obvious, but it looks very
look-
streamlined, almost
Yeah.
like there's no wings.
Well, look at the
It's like a paper,
look
it
at
looks like a paper plane.
look
Like
at
a-
the altitude. I don't know if they're going to be able to go this high.
Oh, yeah.
Because, all right, so you have two risks. Every 10,000 feet over 25,000 feet, the risk rises dramatically of a catastrophic depressurization because there's virtually no atmosphere there compared to the lower flight levels like, 20,000, 25,000 feet. When you go up to 55,000 feet, that's a big difference. All right, in the 60s, pilots wore astronaut suits above that altitude.
I want to see if Eric can
Instead-
jump. Eric Watermelon can jump from that.
No,
Oh,
not
he'll
from
do
this.
it.
So
You know?
this
He'll do it.
airplane would hopefully be economically viable. That the ticket price would be affordable. One of the critiques of the Concorde was public money from the UK and France was used, which could have been used in other ways in the aviation system, to essentially build a toy that only the rich could use, right? If public money is going to go into this, and I hope it doesn't, unless the ticket prices are such that a middle class person could afford to fly it. Otherwise, I don't think it's a good use of money, of NASA money, because the first day in NASA is aeronautics.
I like it.
Right? NASA does all this aeronautical research. They pay for it with taxpayer money, and then commercial companies benefit from that research, which isn't a bad thing because it grows American aerospace technology.
So how much is you said how
we don't know any of the economics of it yet.
what year we talking?
So depending on how fast this takes off, it could be in service in the next. Probably in the next 10 years, it'll be approved. It'll be researched, and
that plane.
it might not enter airline
So
service
by the
until
time they
20
get it
years.
approved,
We'll be dead.
it'll already be outdated.
Well, any aircraft like this, is outdated as soon as it's built.
Now, let me ask you.
Because now the technology's
You were
snowballing.
talking about how high it can fly, and you're not sure if they can. Does how high it flies have effect on how fast it travels?
Yes, because there's less wind resistance. Very good, Frank. There's less wind resistance.
1 minute, guys.
And also, there's also a suborbital type of effect. If you're going against the Earth's rotation. That's why it
trying
can
to
cross
find
the
my-
Pacific in
Here it
3, because the Earth is rotating.
So
underneath
if it got fast enough, like Superman, you could reverse time.
if
You
you
know,
had
with these
yeah.
observations, you could have been a doctor.
I think next week.
Hey, how come we didn't talk about the anniversary of the moon landing?
That's
Well,
this week.
next-
I
This
know.
week.
Isn't
John,
that
I
on the
think,
20th?
gentlemen.
Why is the nose of the Concorde bent?
It had to see over the nose for takeoff and landing, and then it went up for streamlined flight.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes, and this is the 49th anniversary of the moon landing.
Very
This week, July
next
20th.
week. I don't know if we're doing the show, guys. We'll talk about that during the week. January 31st,
Next
we
year
have
we'll do
Teresa
a huge
Farrell
thing.
on. She's going to be talking about surviving a brain tumor, and she also has Crohn's and colitis. We're going to talk about the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation. We have a Mary Ann Cuozo coming on. Very, very interesting lady. Double mastectomy. Did not rebuild.
Reconstruct?
Yes, and has done some modeling and really, really interesting lady. So that's the
Pineri.
next 2 weeks. Thank you for watching Laughter Saves Lives Live. We'll see you next week. We're going to the Massapequa Diner. Good night, everybody.
Old leather gloves, we're slapping in hands. Popcorn and peanuts, we're working the stands. Pink cotton candy, love on a stick. He's chasing the beer that circle the lips, play ball.